Chuck Esposito joins us now, the sportsbook director out there at Sunset Station in Las Vegas. And Chuck, wherever you are in this great country of ours, you're always looking, hey, what's the weather going to be like today? In the Midwest, it's going to be freezing, it's going to be nasty, it's going to be snowy. East Coast, it could be rainy. How much does Mother Nature actually affect your line movements?
Oh, it definitely affects it a lot. As we've talked about throughout the season, information now is probably the biggest adjustment that we have to make. And what I mean by that is that the public has the information. The bettors know. They read it, they hear it on shows like this, they can go on the internet and see it. They see all this weather and the bad weather and totals dropping across the board. So it's up to us to make those adjustments, to make them quick, and to make sure that we're adjusting them to the right number. And you've seen a lot of lines drop this week because of the total. I think you can almost look at every single game that's in the Midwest or the East, and you've seen that total drop. Not only 2 or 3 points, but some of these games close to 6 points,
wow,
which is a huge drop. But again, it's weather. I mean, Chicago Green Bay opened up at close to 44. That total now is about 38. So a huge drop there, just as an example. Same thing happened with Cleveland and Buffalo. Same thing happened with Tennessee and Kansas City. You can go down the list, and every cold weather city, Detroit and the Giants, you've seen that total drop for Week 15.
Chuck, is that normal every year about this time? But 6 points seems like a huge drop in less than 1 week.
You know, that is a huge drop, but I think that is because of how cold it's going to be.
Yeah.
Reports are it could be the coldest game ever at Soldier Field for a Chicago Bear game. We are looking at it, and late in the year, you do see a lot more games affected by weather, especially totals, even some sides. If it's just cold, it's not so bad. But if it's windy, that's when it really comes into play because you're not kicking field goals as much. So it is something, again, that we monitor every single day, keeping an eye on it. And if we have to move them even further, we'll do that, guys. Last week, for an example, the Green Bay-Seattle game, we saw the weather early. It was brutal, snow on the field. It looked like it was going to be really, really bad. By the time they kicked off, it was cold, but it wasn't snowing like that. Mm-hmm. Big surprise. Total went over.
Information, as you say, Chuck, is the key, and he always has it. Chuck Esposito at the Sunset Station in Las Vegas. Thanks for the time and the information, as always.
Thank you.